Hey y'all, it's Alicia and welcome back to Alicia's Crafty Hoplop. And I'm on tonight with a very special mission. I came home from the lab and doing something with Mr. Hoplop to find a message from Elsa. And she asked me to share with you all that Jim passed away today. So the first thing we want to do is give our heartfelt condolences to Elsa and also to honor the memory of Jim. I'm going to share a quick thing with y'all, and that is that when I was in Brooklyn and I was trapped there with COVID and we couldn't go anywhere and Hobby Lobby was out of the merchant trim, Jim was going to the dentist and he went searching for my merchant trim. Now y'all know Mr. Hoplop is unlikely to do that. And he actually went and found it and purchased it so that I would have it in Brooklyn. So I want to share something with you about that. There's an interesting quote by Ernest Hemingway, and it says, "Every man's life ends the same way. It is only the details of how he lived that distinguish one man from another." And that told me a lot about Jim, that he would go because the Hobby Lobby was near his dentist appointment and do something for a complete stranger simply because that would be helpful. We are all going through a very difficult time, and Elsa in particularly has been going through incredible trauma because in her state she was unable to visit Jim. I can't imagine being married and having your partner go through something as traumatic and challenging as this and being unable to visit him. The irony, y'all, is that today the governor granted her permission to visit Jim and he passed. We could all ponder on that for a very long time, right? That right on that day, that moment. Or we can just say that is sometimes the way that the world works. And sometimes, it's the optimist in me, Elsa. Sometimes I think it's to save us pain, right? Because, you and your family were en route. And maybe if you believe in God and the universe, maybe they wanted you to have the memories of Jim intact and not that be your final memory. And I know you really wanted to be there with him. I know that. It makes me very teary. I needed a little bit to make this video for you also because I wasn't sure I could do it justice or do Jim justice the way he deserves to have this done. But I want to say that sometimes the universe works in a funny way, Elsa. And I can't help wonder if it is to spare you and your family more pain. I hope that's true. I hope that's true. I'd like to read a passage I found in honor of Jim and in honor of Elsa, who is such a wonderful part of our community and is in so much pain today, y'all. She is in so much pain. And we need to surround her with as much love as we can, and her family too. I come before you today with a heavy heart. Sadness overwhelms me. I feel surrounded by a dense fog that I fear will never lift. Like David, my tears have been my food day and night. For however this long season of sorrow lasts, I pray that you will show me more of your love and grace. Help me not to run from whatever you want me to do in my heart. Help me to trust that you are at work and to rest in your faithfulness. I want to say along with David, I will be glad and rejoice in your love, for you saw my affliction and knew my anguish in my soul. Father, grant me some joy. Help me rejoice even as I grieve. Envelope me with the peace and comfort that you can provide. As the days move into months, may this burden lessen. As the months move to years, use me to encourage and bless others who must walk a similar path. Help me point them to you for comfort. I know that you are always with me and that your love never ceases. Help me find refuge in you and nowhere else. That was a very mystical that wind came right in that moment. Elsa, on behalf of everyone in our crafty community that is part of this crafty family on this channel, I want you to know that our hearts are with you. and with Jim. And with Jim. And I'm just going to conclude with this Margaret Mead passage. It's short, y'all, but it's, I think, a way to honor Jim. And because in COVID, we can't do big public funerals, I want to do something for Elsa that she can look back on and have as a memory, and for her family. Remember me, to the living I am gone. To the sorrowful I will never return. To the angry I was cheated. But to the happy I'm at peace. And to the faithful I have never left. I cannot be seen, but I can be heard. So as you stand upon a shore, gazing at a beautiful sea, remember me. As you look at a mighty forest and its grand majesty, remember me. And as you look upon a flower and admire its simplicity, remember me. Remember me in your heart, your thoughts, your memories of the times we loved, the times we cried, the times we fought, the times we laughed. For if always you think of me, I will never be gone. After I upload this, I'm going to take a moment, maybe 2 moments of silence, one for Elsa and her family and one for Jim. I'm, again, so sorry, Elsa. My heart breaks for you and your family, and know that we're sending you so much love. Everyone, please reach out to Elsa. I have permission from Elsa to give you her address if you'd like to send her a card. I got that permission today. Please contact me via email. I'll put that email down below. And thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you.